Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you guys are new, my name is Joy. I live in New York City, and for the last few months I've been living all over Paris and Europe, but I'm back in New York City and I did take a break from YouTube. So I want to thank you guys for being patient while I took like a month off. I've never taken a break from YouTube since starting about 2 years ago, and ever since, like, I've also been incorporating other platforms like TikTok and Reels. It's just been hard to balance it all, but I definitely want to eventually just be able to balance everything, and I appreciate you guys for understanding for taking some time away. But I arrived back in New York City, I want to say like 2 nights ago, but I've been really out of it because of the jet lag. I hear that jet lag going east is worse than going west, and you guys are probably wondering, like, what do you mean you went east? I went west first to go get Brody. Here's Brody. You guys are very concerned with what happened to my dog, like as if I would abandon my French bulldog. Brody came with me to celebrate Father's Day with my parents, and they were so nice to watch him the entire summer when I was living in Paris. So he's so happy to be back. So yeah, I hung out with my family. I went to a wedding in San Diego. And now I am back in New York City, and it is actually Fashion Week, but I wasn't cool enough to attend any of the events, so that's like another story for another story time. But anyways, in this video, we are getting back to our routine in New York City. We are going to get everything situated. We are going back to the gym. We're getting back into a routine. What is up with my hair? I don't know. Please. You guys didn't see that. So I've had my bag not packed, not unpacked, since I got in, because I think anyone who unpacks right away is like kind of weird. Like, what are you in a rush for? We need to unpack that. We also need to go get coffee. We need to order groceries. We need to clean our apartment. Yeah, like, okay, the plants died. So we need to get new plants in the East Village. So I'm gonna take you guys all through that with me. I also wanna give you guys an update about where this channel is headed and what I plan on doing. So let's get into it. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys an update after taking a break from YouTube, deciding on what I decided the direction of this channel is going to be. A lot of you guys have started following me when this channel started off as a personal finance channel when COVID started, and that obviously has shifted to moving to New York City content, life in New York City content, apartment rentals, all that jazz, and that has been really fun to make, and I've really enjoyed that journey, and everyone that's come along with me and has moved to New York City, which is crazy, and like all the amazing sweet DMs that you guys have given me. I took some time away and lived elsewhere, and if you guys have been following the videos, there have been many videos, I will like tag them over here, where you guys have watched me think about, do I want to renew my lease in this apartment? Do I want to stay in New York City? Or do I want to buy? And I took you guys through a series of me attempting to buy a co-op in New York, but as you know, the market is super crazy, and after going to London and Paris for my birthday, I realized that it just like wasn't really my jam. So I decided to pull out of buying a property in New York, and after living in Paris, I realized that I need a change and that it is not going to happen in America. I don't think that I want to move to any other city in America. I went back to California, and it was really nice being back in the Bay, where I'm not from, but where my parents live right now. And it was also really nice, like, and nostalgic going back to my hometown in San Diego for my best friend's wedding. For a moment, I was kind of like, maybe I want to move back to San Diego because she has a family now, she has a newborn, and it was really inspiring to see a healthy family dynamic and just wake up and make breakfast and all be around like the family table. I really do want that eventually. That is something that I've discovered, is that like I really do want to be a mom, and I really do want to have a family one day. You guys are probably wondering,
oh my god, is this turning into a family channel?
It is not. That is not what's happening. I still need a boyfriend in order to procreate, so that's not gonna happen, but I'm just putting out into the universe right now that eventually I do want to settle down. I really do want to be a mom. I really do want to like build a little team and like teach my kids everything that I felt like I missed out emotionally as a child, and just give them that wonderful life that I would want to give and build those experiences and those memories with my family to be. But we're not getting there yet. We're gonna talk about me because I'm still selfish, let's be honest. So I've decided after being in Paris and living there that I want to fucking live abroad. So I've decided that I am going to start the long-term visa process. Like, a lot of people are like questioning whether or not I had a long-term visa. So if you're a little confused about that, as Americans, you can be in any European Union country for 90 days. It's called like the Schengen country. I don't know. I learned about this when I was there. But basically, Europe has an area called the Schengen region, and the UK used to be part of it. They're still in it for the next year, but they're gonna be like Brexit, you know? So it's mainly the continent. And when you're there, you can go to like Portugal, Italy, and it's like not a big issue. But once you hit the 90 days, you have a 90-day period where you're not allowed back into any of those countries. So I didn't fulfill all 90 days yet, but what happens is when you leave the EU, it doesn't reset. Like whatever days you're at, let's say you're at 55, then you have those remaining days back when you go back there. And I really like being there. I don't really want to have any restrictions that are not allowing me to travel back and forth to Paris if I want. So I decided, why not start the process and getting a visa. I know a lot of people are curious what it's like getting a long-term visa abroad, especially if you're not a student and you're not studying. Like, how does that work? And so the last few weeks, I've been researching this entire process, and I've already started getting the process going. And so what I want to do with this channel is I want to take you guys through the experience of applying for a long-term visa and what goes into it, all the little details, what it comes to the application, the consulate, finances, documents, everything that you need to know, all the different visas that go into it. And I think a lot of this might apply to people that are immigrating to the United States. I don't know what it's like immigrating to the United States because I was born in LA, but I get a lot of DMs of people that want to come here, and I think the visa process might be a little similar, maybe just a little harder here. So that will be really helpful. And I don't know what the season finale of this series is going to be. Honestly, I'm just documenting it as I go. Like, we are a week and a half in. Like, I've already like tried this out and I'm letting you guys know what's going to happen. But basically, I have my appointment for next week, and I'm going to give you guys a couple different episodes talking about which visa probably works best for you, how much money you need, all that jazz. So if you're interested in living abroad or just knowing more about that, or maybe you're just like nosy and want to keep up with me, then please subscribe. If you guys are not interested in that type of content and we've hit the end of our relationship, I also understand, but you don't have to unsubscribe. You could just not watch my videos, you know? Anyways, let's get into the other stuff, other updates. I am also signing up for French classes. So last year, I signed up for bocce. I don't know if you guys remember watching the vlogs, but I was trying to make friends. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do kickball or volleyball, but I wasn't that cool and I didn't get in. So I signed up for bocce, and I didn't know that bocce was like kind of like this like old person sport. And I didn't really meet that many friends in my bocce competition. So I decided, after being in France, I studied 2 years of French in high school. and I was using Google Translate the entire time I was like dating abroad and stuff like that, but it gets complicated. I decided to sign up for French classes, so I'm gonna document my experience going through French classes, and that's what you guys are going to be learning. I'm also going to share with you guys the entire apartment process, and my battery's dying, so we might need to skip this clip. Hold on, please. Okay, so what I've decided is I am going to enroll myself in French classes. I think it would be a great way for me to meet other people in New York City with like-minded hobbies. To be honest, I didn't really like anything with bocce, and I'm not really like a team athletic kind of girl. Like, I am athletic, but I'm not into team sports. So I'm excited. I am trying out one class today, so I will take you guys through that. It's basically going to be just to see if I'm a good fit for that level. This company has already done like a digital test where you go in and you do a grammar test, and they kind of place you pretty much what they think like will be a good fit. There's also another French class close by me, and they already started classes, but if this one doesn't work out, I guess I can wait until the next enrollment starts for the other class. But I did want to let you guys know, so that's one thing I'm going to be working on, and I do want to get more involved and just be more proactive, like reaching out to friends and stuff for the year. So that's basically my update. Let's do everything else when it comes to just getting back into the swing of things, like unpacking, just getting food, meal prepping, all that stuff. So welcome back to YouTube. Finished unpacking. I didn't really think that I would be breaking out in like a sweat from all that packing, but basically if you live in like a small New York City apartment, not only when you unpack do you have to unpack, but you have to put like stuff that you don't really wear that much into the suitcase. And I have a carry-on suitcase, and then I have a check-in suitcase, like a giant one. And basically what I do is I stuff the clothes I don't really wear in the carry-on, and then I put it in the check-in, and then I pour more stuff over it. So I had to like get underneath my bed, pull out all the stuff. I haven't lived in this small of an apartment for the entire summer, so it's been taking some adjusting, but I hope you guys are liking all these new angles. I invested in a tripod when I was in France, and it was actually pretty expensive. I don't know why I didn't just buy a tripod when I was in the States, because it's a lot cheaper here and they don't really have the technology back there.
One eternity later.
I am back from French class. I really like French class. I went to this company called Coucou. It is in Nolita/Soho. They actually have locations in, I think, like LA and other major cities, and they only teach French, and they teach very different levels of French, like from beginner to beginner intermediate, etc., etc. And sorry, excuse like my makeup. I really like it there because I feel like it has more of a community. Right when you walk in, there's a living room, there's a kitchen, there's like an area for like drinks and stuff. There's all these different rooms that you can go into, and they have little events, like they have a French yoga event, they have a French culture night, they even have like collabs with other designers in the area. Hold on, you really need water. Then afterwards, I went to this event for Bash through one of the subscribers that's been following me for a while, Pedro. Hi! He's been watching the channel for like, I want to say like a year now, and we've just like been friends online, and I finally got to meet him in person, so that was really cool. It was a really cool event. I think it was like kind of like a ending of Fashion Week, and then I met up with my friend Adriana, and we went to like the Little Italy Mulberry Festival they have every September, except the prices were kind of expensive. Like a little pasta was $10, and I was like, why is it that much? So we just got a slice of pizza, which is like $6.50 now, which is crazy. And I just got home. It's really muggy. I'm like sweating. I'm dying. I don't know how I live here, but I also really love New York at the same time. I'm just basically in a toxic relationship with New York, you know? But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming along with this vlog, and I hope you guys stay around. If you guys made it to the end, drop like a pizza emoji so I know you're a real one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!